All right, now we got the G major chord, and there's a few different ways to play this, and I'll explain why I want you to do it this way. Okay, so G is going to be a G note here, and your thumb can hang out right here. It's okay because it's behind that. Where you're holding it down here on the 3rd fret. So it doesn't matter if you're touching that string. Then you want this B note right here on the 2nd fret of the A string. Then you're going to do 3 strings open. The D, the G, and the B are going to be open. And then you're going to hold down this G note with your pinky. Okay? So it's going to look like this. It's not going to be way in like that or flat like this. It's going to be kind of straight down and then knuckle come in just a little. Okay, so that's going to allow your 3rd finger here to get up and out of the way. This is really hard to do, and if you're really struggling with the G major chord, what you want to do is actually, without any guitar, just kind of practice pulling your pinky down and keeping your 3rd finger up like that. It's really hard. Try it, but you have it gets easier, but in the beginning, I see students really struggle with it. They're like, arr. But put your 3rd finger up here and then your pinky there. Okay, that's the most important. Now, when you're first learning this chord, if the A string is muted by your 3rd finger, the underneath of your 3rd finger kind of touching that A, that's okay, touching that A string, because it's making a B note, and we already have an open B string over here, open B string, making the B note sound. So G's, B's, and D's, those are the notes that we want to sound. We need at least one of each of those. So there's your G. The other way that you'll see is people do it like this, which is a little bit easier because you can control these 2 middle fingers out like that. And then you can put this one down or not at all. Now there's another G, where people hold this down, these 2 right here, then the top, then this one. This is still, all of those are full G chords. If you hold this one down with the 3rd finger and you're here, and the A string here is muted, then what you get technically is a G5 chord, because there's no B note anymore. It just goes G, muted, D, G, D, G. So we have to call it a G5. It's not a G major chord anymore. If I can squeeze in that B right there and go B, D, G, B, D, G, D, and then another G, that works. And that sounds pretty cool. I feel like a lot of people have an affinity for this chord because this is nice in the top as opposed to just having the B open and the G right there. So those are different. So if I have that, or I lift this one up, see, it sounds different. It's stronger. I can explain it music theory wise, but when you have in this case, the B makes it happy, and then the D gives it the powerful, like the power of the chord. So if I have another D right here, if I'm cutting out that B and I have a D right here, then I have more power than happy. So I've got G, B, D, G, D, G. So there's only 1 B but 2 Ds. All right. See, there's a lot that goes into G, and I suggest doing this one. Here's why. So practice this one a lot when you're first learning, because you're going to be going to C, and then back to a G all the time. These 2 are going to go together all the time. So you see how much easier that is to switch, as opposed to trying to do. It's a lot of movement. It'd be easier to just go like that. All right, good luck with your G.